Dr. Mark Pilgrim is in charge of running Chester Zoo, but he began his career as a lowly bird keeper over 20 years ago. It was around that time that a visiting scientist took a particular interest in a pair of the zoo's parrots.
He said, "Oh, these are really interesting because," he said, "they're actually really rare in the wild, and people are saying they might be very different from the other subspecies that they're part of the group with. So, keep an eye on these because they're really interesting." And that was it, really. And so that to me was like a spark of, okay, I'll take a bit of interest in these particularly.
They were called the Ecuador Amazon, and Mark spent the following years travelling the world learning everything he could about what was then a subspecies, one of a group of 4 parrots native to South America. By the end of his research, though, Mark had found that there was enough that was different about the Ecuador Amazon for it to become a species in its own right.
People have been aware of the Ecuador Amazon for 150 years. Yeah. But nobody was aware that they were so different that they were actually really important.
Has all this given you a great sense of achievement? Must have done.
Huge, actually. On a very personal level, it probably will be the most important thing that I do.
The discovery may be a feather in Mark's and Chester Zoo's caps, but the new species is in danger. There are only 600 Ecuador Amazons left in the wild.
600 birds is nothing. I mean, that's less staff than Chester Zoo employs in the summer.
A team from the zoo recently returned from a trip to Ecuador, where they studied the parrots in their native environment. It's hoped this kind of research and conservation work, funded by visitors to the zoo, will ensure the survival of the new species. Tim Scott, ITV News, Chester Zoo.